Well, hello everybody, and welcome back. Come on into the kitchen. This week we're going to be making jambalaya keto style in less time than it usually takes to make such a complex meal. The first thing I'm going to do is add 3 tablespoons of butter to my pan. Butter makes everything better. So we're gonna let the butter go ahead and melt in the pan here like so. I've already diced and chopped my andouille sausage, and I actually got the sausage from Trader Joe's. It's a chicken andouille, and I have some chicken sections, chicken wings I'm going to just add. I just had to get it cooked. So in my Dutch oven, I'm gonna go ahead and cook this for about 10 minutes, and then I'll be back and we'll go on with the rest of the recipe. See ya soon. So I have already sauteed the delicious andouille sausage and chicken. So I'm cooking for a servings of between 8 to 10. So I used about 1.5 pounds of andouille sausage and maybe about 1 pound of chicken wings. Actually, I'm tweaking the recipe because it really calls for like no chicken wings. You can use chicken thighs or chicken breasts, but I didn't have that. I had some leftover chicken wings, and that's what I used. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead now and saute about 1 cup of red pepper. You can use any color pepper you like. I don't like green, and I just decided to use only red. I have 1/2 cup of celery in here and about 4 cloves of garlic that I added. It calls for some onion, like maybe 1 cup of onion, and y'all, I don't have no onion either. So sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So what did I use? I had some shallot. I had a shallot, and then I had green onion. So I'm just gonna saute my vegetables here for about, I don't know, 5 minutes until it gets nice and soft and translucent, and then we'll go on from there. I'll be back. Okay, everybody, so it's been about 5 minutes, and now we're going to continue on with this recipe. I have about 1 cup of chicken bone broth. Why bone broth? You could use any broth, to be honest, but bone broth has more minerals in it and it's more flavorful. And so I had 1 can of Rotel. It calls for fire roasted tomatoes, and I only had 1 can of Rotel. And again, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. So I had some regular petite diced tomatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and add that in there with my veggies. And not to worry about not having totally all fire roasted, it'll be fine. So now I'm gonna add my spices. Since it's a Creole dish, I'm gonna go ahead and add my Tony's. It calls for 2 tablespoons, but I'm not gonna try and start with 2. I'm gonna do 1. And then because you can always add, but child, you can't take away. And then it also calls for some thyme, 1 teaspoon of thyme. So I'm just gonna add that in there. The rest of the seasonings, I'm just going to wing it. Well, it does call for just 1 bay leaf. So I'll do 1. And then the salt and pepper, we will go ahead and add a little of that. And once we get this to simmering a little bit, I'm going to add my, I'm going to add my chicken and my sausage in here now, and then let it simmer for about 10 minutes. But first, let's do a stir. Stir all of your spices together. It smells so good, you guys. I love the way garlic, I think you've heard me say, garlic, onions, peppers, yum, yum, yum. And so I'm gonna go ahead and add in my sausage and chicken. Just to make sure that my chicken wings were done, a little heads up. After I sauteed my chicken wings, I used my air fryer to cook them on 400 for about a total of 8 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes, because I want to make sure my chicken wings were totally cooked. Because what's going to happen here is I'm going to let this simmer for about 10 minutes. Once that happens, I'll be back to tell you the rest of the recipe. Stay tuned. It's been about 10 minutes since I had put my chicken wings and andouille sausage in the pan, and it's simmering nicely. But one thing I should mention, it's up to you if you want to add in another cup of the chicken bone broth. If you prefer a soupier like texture to your jambalaya, then go for it. I don't really want it that soupy, so I did not. And also, it called for 2 tablespoons of the Tony seasoning. I just added a little bit of cayenne pepper as opposed to Tony. Because that Tony seasoning, honey, you got to be careful with that. I'm now adding in 1 12-ounce bag of cauliflower rice. It was frozen, I let it sit on the counter for a while. So I'm adding that in at this time, and then also my shrimp. I have a pound of deveined shrimp, wild caught. It's better for you. And we're just gonna let that simmer with my chicken and sausage for 10 minutes. And then once it's been 10 minutes and my shrimp has that little pink cooked done look to it, then I'm going to go ahead and let all the flavors cook another 10 minutes, and we'll be basically done. Not bad for a real complex keto style jambalaya. See you soon. Ooh, y'all, I ain't trying to brag or anything, but if my father-in-law was here, I'm pretty sure I would have made him proud. Look at this jambalaya. The smell, I'm sorry, I don't have smell-o-vision. It's so amazing. My father-in-law is from Houma, Louisiana, and he could put together a shrimp creole like nobody's business. He would take his time and soak his chicken, and then he'd put it in the oven, and he'd flip it a few times, and the sausage, and oh my gosh, the shrimp and the crab. We ain't had no time for that. So let's just see how this is. That's good. And Pops, he just said, good job, daughter. Bon appetit. So we have dished it up, and we're about to dig in. I just sprinkled a little green onion on top, and I can't wait. Talk to y'all later.